All right, we learned that this dust storm thing is a haboob. Haboob. Look at that Tesla. That one is totally covered. Heading out on a quick road trip from Santa Clarita, California to Palm Springs, California for the weekend. A little fun in the sun, pool action. This trip is a little different because obviously not too long range. We don't really need to worry about, lots of supercharging and that sort of thing. I am charging up to 90% to get underway. A lot of people like to do 100%, and I really don't see the need on trips unless your first supercharger, and there are no other superchargers along the way, is needed. Then no need to do that. So our first stop and our only stop is going to be the Beaumont Supercharger. Let's take a look at that. And the reason for that is it's right outside Palm Springs, and we haven't been there. And you know us, we like to add our supercharger locations to our list. So that's where we are headed. We can already make it there with plenty to spare, and it's just outside of Palm Springs. So we're going to go there, charge up enough for like around town stuff, and that's our deal. So there you go. We should arrive there with 23% in the tank after we hit our 90%, which, oops, perfect. It just finished, literally as I'm speaking. Charging complete. So that's pretty cool. 90%. Headed to Beaumont and Palm Springs for a little fun. We'll keep you updated. And one reason I wanted to have a little bit extra in reserve there, 23% arrival, is because of this. It's a little rainy today. Rain does affect range, especially with the friction of the tires and all that sort of thing. So it's a good idea to have a little bit extra in reserve when there is weather available, or weather about, or if there's weather in the area. So wind, rain, heat, cold, all factors in EV driving. That's just part of the deal. We are headed out to Palm Springs on a rainy day in Southern California, but should be okay there. Our first stop's going to be the newer Beaumont Supercharger. And then, as longtime viewers of the channel know, we like Spaghetti Factory, and that's where we're headed to lunch. If you go back to video number 1, you'll see that we like Spaghetti Factory on road trips because we don't have one nearby. So that's our go-to spot when we're out and about. Off we go. Sunny Southern California. We're supposed to be on our way to go have fun in the sun in Palm Springs, which I think we're going to be tomorrow. But this is unusual for us. Hey, past videos we've been showing how and now the rain has stopped. In past videos we've been showing you how the nav has not been exactly accurate over the last couple of software updates. I can tell you that it seems like, we haven't gotten there yet, but it seems to be stabilized at the very least. We've been bouncing around between 18 and 21% arrival at the Beaumont Supercharger. So we'll see what we get there with, but getting a little more confident again in the nav. It's been years. It's been just rock solid, and then the last few software updates, it's been completely out to lunch. Around the Tesla takeover, we noticed some funkiness. So trip before that, San Diego too. Just popped up on the screen. Want to let you know how far out it starts preconditioning for supercharging. You can see at the top of the screen there. It has started about a minute ago. We are 26 minutes away, 27 miles away, and we are preconditioning for this particular trip. 78 degrees. That's also a factor in when it starts. We've seen it's preconditioning as far out as 100 miles away when it's cold outside. So there you go, preconditioning battery for fast charging. So we're at Beaumont. This is the one we haven't been to.
Left onto Golf Club Drive.
I love the name of the road, Golf Club Drive, or Drive. So this is a 24 stall V3. We've been to the other Beaumont location. It's probably pretty famous. You've seen it on Facebook and other YouTube videos. There's a In-N-Out burger there. And so this one is new. There's a Y in front of us. So we're gonna turn left here. And the superchargers are definitely empty. What do we got? Like 3, 4?
Destination is on the left.
Oh, we got pull-throughs too. This is great. And there we are. So we got some pull-throughs here, which, you know, that's exciting, I guess, for those that like that. But I'm going to go to a back end, and it's a separate split location. So we'll take this end spot here. Lots of stalls available, especially on a holiday weekend. It's nice to see. We'll check all the stats before we plug in. So hang on a second. All right, at Beaumont, we arrived with 41 miles on the battery, or 20%. And like I said earlier, it was hovering around, you know, 19 to 22%. We were doing some high speeds at some point. So it's getting better. At least it seems more reliable. I could live with a variation of 3%. That's okay. That's okay to, you know, figure out that buffer. So here we go. We're not going to charge the 90%, but I'll just leave it there for right now. We are going to charge just enough to get enough around town juice in Palm Springs, because our hotel does have a destination charger. So this will be a pretty quick visit. So we've got pull-ins over here, which is great. And then it turns into the back ends over here and more back ends over here. And we are going to go ahead and plug in and get our free juice, thanks to all the referrals that we've been getting on the channel. Thank you so much. So let's go ahead and check out the stats. So we are ramping up. 138, 159. Did I hear cooling kicking?
It's going. That's the max we can get.
All right, we are maxed out. This Tesla Model 3 SR Plus, well, 173, 174. It's only capable of 170. How is that happening? 175. Let's go. Come on. Higher. Let's see more. That means we were definitely preconditioned properly, and we're ramping down. All right, we're gonna let it be. We're gonna do a quick stop, get enough juice for around town. All right, so we're at the AM PM, also a 76 station. And then over here is the Tesla Supercharger. Of course, we got the Circle K. I guess it was a Circle K, not AM PM. And then the Tesla Supercharger is here. And what's interesting is it's got pull-ins and back-ins, which is great if you've got a trailer. Looks like, obviously, these here on the left side, you could probably pull a trailer in and not really bother too many people. These over here, I don't know if that's going to work too well, though. So, and then you've got all the back ends here. So this is a 24 stall at Beaumont, and it's V3, so no sharing. Just go ahead and find a stall, plug in just like we did here. We're just getting some around town juice before we head to our hotel. And our hotel does have destination charging, Tesla destination charging, so that's cool. Had a lot of rain coming in, so it's looking pretty clean, actually, to be honest. Maybe a little dirt there in the back, but looking pretty good after driving in the rain. Beaumont Supercharger, complete with a fire truck, apparently. Is he coming in here? Nope. Look like they're going to get snacks or fueling up. Not sure. But wide open space here at Beaumont. Very cool. All right, we are good to go. So we're going to go ahead and unplug. Take a look at the stats here in a second. There's the Tesla logo. That is a dirty Y coming in. And that red one, the red S, was coming in hot. All right, let's take a look. Longtime viewers of the channel know we are going to have lunch at the Old Spaghetti Factory. We are in Beaumont, heading to the Palm Springs area, and it's 44 minutes, 43 miles, and we should arrive at 62%. We currently are at 72%, or 150 miles on this Tesla Model 3 SR Plus. Here we go, leaving Beaumont. There are the pull-ins. If you've got a trailer.
Now turn right onto Golf Club Drive.
Or if you are not happy with backing in, you've got a choice at this location. It's near a Holiday Inn Express, and I love the drive that it's on, Golf Club Drive. Off we go, and we're on the outskirts of Palm Springs, and you can tell by the windmills up ahead and on the hill and to the right. Lots of windmills, which provide power for our cars, which is great. over to our left here, we've actually been to these superchargers. It's Rancho Mirage, California, a 24 stall urban. They're right there under the canopies, which is nice in the desert. Very, very cool. Good installation, but we don't need to charge right now. So we're going to continue on to the Spaghetti Factory, which I can actually see the logo from here. Highly recommend it because it's a 3-course meal, which is great. So you get salad and soup, main course, and ice cream. It's awesome. And we're caught in another rainstorm, this time in Palm Springs. We were promised sunny.
We went there this year.
It's 91. Here's something we noticed. There's a lot of palm trees here in Palm Springs.
See, look, there's a lot.
We are here. We're staying at the Hyatt Regency Resort, Indian Wells, and I think we have to take a roundabout and take the what exit?
Roundabout and take the 4th exit.
4th exit. All right, let's count. That could be 1. That's the Renaissance. That's not an exit.
In 500
2.
feet, your destination will be on the right.
3. And 4th. Okay. Oh, and they do have parking underground. Cool. Now, where's the lobby? Hotel registration.
Now your destination is on the right.
Wow, talk about palm trees.
I think we have to go to parking.
Correct. No right turn. All right, so here's a quick walkthrough. There's one small pool there. We've got a big pool over here. Right between those 2 other umbrellas is another pool. Here's where all the chairs are. We've got a splash pad over that way. We've got our bar over here. And we can get lunch here. It's called the Roadrunner Cafe. We've got TVs. There's the splash pad with all kinds of different water stuff there. Here's a pretty big pool. And there's cabanas and chairs and umbrellas. And then through here, I'm going to show you that we've got the lazy river. And it's pretty big, so it goes around that way, and then around that way, and all the way back that way. I gotta make sure I don't fall in. And then you can see the water slides up here. Pretty big. Let's see if I can get a better view. It's, what is it, 1, 2, 3 stories high, and then there's 2 water slides. One is faster than the other. So that's the lazy river and the water slides. There's a whole gaming area that way that I'm pointing. I am at the Hyatt Regency Hotel in Indian Wells, California. It's just outside Palm Springs. I mean, it's right next to it. And I want to talk a little bit about hotel charging. Now, this place has a decent setup. I want to say there's 10 stalls here. They're all full. You can see them way off in the distance there. I'll probably do a little tour. And then over here as well. And they're Tesla destination chargers, but they also have a couple of these that you need this adapter for. In fact, is it down this aisle? It's down this aisle here. I'll show you that. The one I'm parked at is going to have the Tesla nozzle, so you don't even need that. So this is a Clipper Creek. I actually owned one of these when I had my very first EV. I think I still have it in a drawer somewhere. It's a big drawer. So if you see these at a hotel situation, you're going to need this adapter to put it on here like that. And then this will fit into your Tesla. Now, other chargers here you can see are Tesla. They've got the, in fact, that's what I'm going to charge with. Here is my car, and I'm about to plug in. So they've got these, and these are ready to go. For the most part, they've got the Tesla nozzle on them. You can see there. So let's go ahead and plug in and see if it works. I don't need this for this one. You can use it for the J1772 or Clipper Creek. You're going to see a lot of Clipper Creeks at hotels. So here's my thoughts on hotel charging. This is a great setup. These are L2s just like you'd see at your home, 220, 240, and they charge decently fast. When you're at a hotel though, you stay a few days. A 110 would be fine. You don't really even need to have the fast charging because you're going to be here a little bit. So let's open the door, unlock it, plug it in. Let's see if it works. I got blue, green is good. And my phone just let me know that charging has started at 8:17 in the morning. battery at 92%. We'll go inside and take a look. All right, so heading inside the car, just want to confirm everything. So we are at 92 miles on the battery. Let's take a look at what percentage. Looks like 44%. Scheduled to be about done in 3 hours and 40 minutes. So definitely very lucky. We got a stall here. We are charging. We are good to go. Gonna get a little free juice here at the Hyatt Regency Indian Wells. Highly recommend this hotel, by the way. If you've got kids, the pool here is next level. I should say the 4 to 6 pools, 3 water slides, lazy river. It's amazing. I'll give you some B-roll of that. And it's a split installation, so you've got like 5 here. And we'll walk down this way. Oh, and these are different over here. Let's take a look at what these are. These are different units. We've got 2 Teslas and 2 minivans plugged in over here. These are J1772. Oh, these are Autel. Ooh, these look modern. Look at that. That's pretty cool. So I don't know if you have to pay for these or not. I didn't have to pay for my charge. Got the AC. These look really cool. Now there's a little tap here. I'm not sure what that does. So we've got 2 units, each capable of 2 cars. We've got 2 minivans here plugged in, which, by the way, that tan one has been plugged in for a couple of days. Not to rat anybody out, but it's bad form, bad EV etiquette. You should be moving your car after you charge. Especially on that one, I think it only has like a 30-mile range or whatever. In fact, most of these cars, yesterday they were all Teslas. Most of these cars had been there for most of the day or more. So just a little tip, if you're new to this whole charging thing, you really should be moving your car after it's done. And you know when it's done. You can check by the app. Little charging etiquette 101 for you if you're a new EV user, EV charger. So there's a look at the whole installation along that wall there. You're going to stay at a hotel for days, especially a hotel like this. You're here and you're going to stay here. You're not even going to leave because the pool is so next level. Have a bunch of 110s around, because here's the thing. All those Teslas are charging. I don't know if you can see in this lot, but I counted at least 20 other Teslas, let alone other EVs. And you know they're going to want some juice too. So even if this hotel has 10, which is way more than most hotels, they usually have like 2. There's like 2 Teslas right here. One other thing I should note is this Clipper Creek here, the cable is hanging off the side of it, which means it could be used. And what I mean by could be used, there's nowhere to park. These 2 cars don't belong there. These are not electric cars, and they are parked in electric car spots, so that's just not cool. It's called icing by EVers. And then this Tesla is not plugged in. So move your car. That's also not cool EV etiquette. Let's be polite to each other. Let's, we're all in this together. That's not cool stuff. If you're done charging, move your car. Something happened overnight. When I left my car, it was nice and shiny and clean. I guess this is what you call a little desert dust storm. I mean, check this out. Oh my gosh. All the cars completely covered. Look, I look like I ran through the desert with this thing. Oh, look at this Tesla over there. Same thing. This Tesla. I told you there's a lot of Teslas in this lot. This Tesla over there. That one there. That one over there. Wow. Look at this. This is just horrific. I like my car shiny and clean, and this is the opposite. Wow. All right, let's go get some Starbucks. No. There we go. So, wow, that is quite dusty. Okay, I'm sure resident Palm Springs people can weigh in and say, yeah, that's normal. This happens all the time. But, we're not out here. Usually we come in the winter. We don't have stuff like this. We don't have cicadas. We don't have dust storms. We don't have humid heat in the winter. All right, we learned that this dust storm thing is a haboob. Haboob. Look at that Tesla. That one is totally covered. I should have parked over here, though. Check this out. We got 1, 2, 3, X behind it. If I parked right in that spot, we would have had a quadfecta. All right, here is the plan for today. We are at 75% state of charge, 156 miles on the battery. So I think our play is to wear down the battery a little bit, use some charge there, and go to Redlands. And that way we use this amount here. Yeah, so we'll arrive at 26%. So yeah, we're gonna do that. and then we're going to head home, and we should be able to make it from there on that one stop. So that's the plan for today on our return trip from Palm Springs, or Indian Wells technically, to Santa Clarita. We are leaving the Hyatt Regency Indian Wells. I highly recommend it if you've got kids, or even if you don't have kids, but the kids really like it. Lots of water slides and lazy rivers and fun to be had. I think we will be back. Heading to the Redlands Supercharger. It just happened now. Everybody likes to know how often or how long before it begins preconditioning battery for fast charging. It just happened. We're 46 miles out, 41 minutes, and the car has been sitting all night, so it really hasn't warmed up at all. Temperature is 81 degrees, but there you go. That's how far out this particular stop has started its preconditioning. Losing visibility. It actually isn't showing up on the camera as much as real life. It's, wow, it's really dusty. Crazy dusty. And there's the Palm Springs Bridge sign. Oh, sorry, Desert Hot Springs. Makes sense because we're leaving.
Now your destination is on the left.
We are at the Redlands Supercharger. Supercharger number 117 of unique destinations on our list. And there are some EV charging stations here, but that's not supercharging. So we're gonna go have to look around. Luckily it's an empty structure and it's not paid.
Are there more chargers?
More chargers. So they got power everywhere, which is great, especially if you're shopping. Looks like an outdoor mall.
Oh, they're up there. We see them.
They are
On the
literally
corner.
at the last possible spot. There we go. Pretty cool. So I wonder if it's using the solar or not.
They didn't stick us under the solar.
Yeah. This reminds me of that one in San Francisco where we were on a rooftop with a Target. As long as we're not on 5, what was it? 5B? B? It was out of order, yeah. Knowing us, I chose it, right?
No, you chose 4.
Oh, almost. All right, let's get her plugged in and see if we can make it home. You're getting Europe vibes, you said? Okay. Getting Europe vibes. Here we go. Let's plug her in. Hopefully I did good. I do that often where I don't go far enough. Yeah, we picked a broken one. Well, don't play with it now because there's 400 volts going through it. All right, let's check it out. See if we can make it home. Ramping up already at 137 kilowatts. Let's see if we can get all the way to, yep, 171, 172. We are maxed out already. For those wondering why can't it go to 250, this particular model maxes out at 170, 175. Yeah, was that the highest we've ever seen? So yeah, 175, but technically 170. All right, so let's navigate to the Santa Clarita Supercharger, which is near our house, and see if we can make it. I am all turned around, quite literally. Where's the ocean? I need the ocean. There's Lone Pine. Okay, here we are. There's Santa Clarita. And this one. Navigate to there and see how long we need. We ramped up, now we're ramping down, to be honest. 9 minutes remaining to continue on our trip to make it home to Santa Clarita. We're at minus 14 arrivals, so that's not going to work for us. We need that to be in the plus category, and that's what we're doing here. All right, so what do you think is going on here? We noticed this Tesla Model Y Performance is sitting here. It is plugged in. It is broken into, or at least the window is broken on this side, as you can see here. If you look inside, there's still stuff inside. The front nose cap there is still there. Anybody in here? No. Nobody in here, but there's lots of garbage and junk and snacks and beer, and when they broke the window, it got all over the car. It's a newer model, I can tell that because it has the wood on the door, so fairly new model. If you look in the back hatch looks open. I don't want to touch anything because I don't want to have any fingerprints or anything. There's no license plate, plugged in, and it's just sitting here. Clearly hasn't been moved or touched in quite a long time. So what do you think is going on here? I'm going to give you my thoughts in a second, but I'm going to leave it up to you, and what do you think happened? We're seeing more and more abandoned Teslas. Now, I don't know if it's because more and more companies are renting them out, like a Hertz situation, and people run them down to nothing. So here's what I think happened. I don't know anything about this car. I don't see any markings that would say it's a Hertz car. The windows are partially down on this side. When we rented a Hertz in Denver, there was nothing on the car that really indicated it was a rental. And I don't know if rental companies rent out performance model wise. All right, so here's what I thought happened. This owner or renter ran out of battery, ran out of juice. It got towed here. They couldn't get it open because the 12 volt was also dead. So they had to somehow jump start it to try to get the frunk open and get to the 12 volt, or now 16 volt. So that's why that's broken and open. That didn't work, so my guess is they broke a window over here to try to get their stuff or an animal or a kid or something, or just to try to get inside the car. Nothing seemed stolen in terms of interior stuff or anything about the car. It seems to be intact. The only damage is that window. It's been heavily curbed, so maybe it is a rental, who knows? And it's still plugged in, so I think it's abandoned. I'm not sure what's going on here, but let me know down in the comments if you have an idea of what you think is going on with this particular Model Y. I don't even know where to report something like this, so very, very interesting. Thought I would share. And in this 20 stall location, so we've got this one taking up a stall, and then 5A, I think. Maybe this one is the one that's no, 5B, that is the one. So Tesla knows about it. Tesla knows about this because on the nav it said out of order. So that's also interesting. So let me know down in the comments what you think is going on with this particular Model Y at the Redlands Supercharger. All right, we are at 20% state of charge arrival, and lately it's been a little more trustworthy than in past trips we had. Tesla takeover comes to mind, San Diego comes to mind. So we are at 20% arrival state of charge, and I think we should be good. We're at 63 kilowatts. That's what we're pulling right now. We've added 21 kilowatt hours, and it's 6 minutes to our 80% amount. Yeah, let's do it. Let's get out. We investigated a crime scene while we're here. We're going to be doing that video. All right, we are good to go. Let's take off. We're at 71% or 147 miles on the battery, and it's going to take us literally about a half hour to get out of this parking situation. The last preconditioning battery check-in for this trip is now, and interesting that it's only 7.4 miles away from it, which means the battery's been warming up on the trip over 100 miles so far. So there you go. That's when preconditioning happens over the course of this road trip, and different temperatures. We're at 76 degrees right now, and it's been driving for well over an hour and a half, 100 miles plus. So the battery does warm up on its own, and we will arrive with 11%, which originally estimated at 20%, but there were other factors involved. So I'll give it a pass. Well, that does it. Yet another road trip is in the books here on the channel. Just want to show that for you new owners, you can definitely road trip these cars. It's absolutely not a problem. Road trip them, enjoy them. They are a lot of fun to drive. They are a lot of fun to road trip. I will say that this particular road trip, we did have one supercharger stop there and 1 supercharger stop back. Now, this is a lower ranged car. It's a 2019 Model 3. It's charging these days to about 210 miles on the charge on the battery. Real world is probably around 185. So modern Teslas, like our Tesla Model Y here next to me, probably has no issues doing this trip without stopping at all. LA to Palm Springs to LA, conceivably charging overnight at your hotel for free. So don't be scared of road tripping these cars. If you're a longtime owner, you probably already know this, but if you're a longtime owner and was kind of scared or still using your gas car for road trips, don't be. So much fun, so easy. I actually enjoy the stops and get out, stretch your legs, snacks, bathroom break, all that stuff. It really breaks up the trip nicely. So appreciate you watching yet another Tesla Tips and Trips video. We will catch you on the next video. And of course, as always, like, subscribe, hit the bell. It truly means a lot. It only takes seconds out of your day, but it means the world to the channel. And thank you so much for watching.